What's up, guys? Before I get going on this video, a message from our sponsor. Nah, not really. I'm not sponsored by Land Rover. I paid for this. So, today, Uncle Mike is gonna teach you something. I'm gonna teach you a lesson that you probably should have learned a long time ago, but don't worry, I'm gonna help you. It's about your money. You see, we're actually talking about money, your money, and here I am leaving one of my banking branches, and that's what I wanted to talk to you guys about. I wanted to talk to you about your money and how you best handle your money. Where is your money right now? What is your money doing? What is your money actually doing for you? And how can Uncle Mike help you help your money go to work? What do you mean, putting my money to work? That makes no sense, Uncle Mike. Well, guess what? It makes a lot of sense. Wouldn't you rather have your money work for you instead of you work for your money? Yeah, that's right. Let me show you how. The first question, where is your money right now? The second question, what is your money doing? Are you a good parent? No, where are your kids? Jesus. Where is your money and what is your money doing for you right now? That's the question. Most of you have your money in a checking account or a savings account and you think that's smart. You think that's doing something good, but most likely it's not. Most likely you're actually losing money simply by having your money in a savings account. What does that mean? That means the inflation rate is anywhere between 1.5 and 3% per year. Right now it's slightly under 2%, which means if you're not getting 2% interest on your money, you're losing money. That's right. All the money you worked this year to get, to save, to have is actually being reduced. Your spending power is being reduced. But don't worry, Uncle Mike is going to tell you how to save your money, how to motivate your money, and how to put your money back to work, and how we can actually get double inflation. That's right. Come on with me. All right, I know what you're thinking. What is this dude shopping at Whole Foods talking to me about my money? Don't worry, I'm gonna tell you. Let me get these groceries in the car first. All right. Well, I can shop at Whole Foods because I know what to do with my money, because my money works with me and my money shops at Whole Foods. I don't shop at Whole Foods. The earnings my money makes allows me to buy the things that I want to buy to make my life a little bit better, a little more enjoyable, a lot healthier, actually, with no stress. My money goes to work for me, and I want your money to go to work for you. That's what this video is about. That's what this video is about. Geez, I'm talking so fast, my words slur, but my brain is always working, always working, always working, and I want your brain to be working too. Oh, it's just a baby. All right, when I talk about putting your money to work, you need to make sure you have it invested properly. Most of the time, when you hear investment, you're thinking stocks and portfolios and buy and sell. That's not what I'm talking about exactly, although you can invest via Robinhood. Robinhood, I've mentioned before. Robinhood is a great way to invest for free. This is something I've talked about in previous videos. You can click on the link below to learn more about Robinhood. And if you do, you will get a free stock just for signing up. Yes, Uncle Mike will get a free stock also, but why not? It is a win-win for you and for me, and it costs you nothing. And this is something I do personally. I have a Robinhood account. I had a Robinhood account before I got any free stocks, and now I have multiple free stocks, and you can have free stocks also. This is where you can put additional money and allow that money to grow. But this video specifically is not about that type of investing. What I want is safe investing. I want liquid investing. Investing in the stock market is something that you should be thinking 3 to 5 years down the road or even greater. Right now, I want fully liquid money. I want money that I can go to the bank right now, pull out, and I can blow it on hookers and cocaine. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I would never, ever, ever, ever do that. But My wife would kill me. What I am talking about is I can go out, I can use that money, I can use that liquid cash, and I can buy real estate. If I see a good deal, I can then go out and I can buy property. I can invest this money in something that will offer even greater returns. This is a safe harbor for my cash that is going to be growing at greater than the rate of inflation. And right now, you're probably not getting that. You know, when I talk about going to that other supermarket, the discount supermarket, this is the one. They have lots of great brands here, high quality brands at much lower cost, like a third of the cost of Whole Foods. Their produce section, not so hot. That's why we get our produce from Whole Foods, farmers markets, places like that, and we get a lot of our other bulk items from these type of stores. Great quality, super low price. Remember, make your money work for you. When sipping espresso, pinky up. All right, let's get down to the brass tacks. Where is your money right now? Your money is most likely in one of the big banks. Bank of America, Wells Fargo, JP Morgan Chase. That's fine. I have those accounts also, and that is a good place to have some of your money transfer into and out of. But that's not your storage site. That's just an intermediary site. That way you have easy access to quick cash that's recognized internationally. When I travel, when I go overseas, I always make sure my Chase Bank account, for example, is well funded. Chase knows I'm traveling. They have great security. They have great privacy. They have great a la carte VIP concierge client services, which I do appreciate. But my storage of my capital, where my money goes to work for me, where it is saved, where it is liquid, and where it is growing at maximum interest, that's not in those accounts, because those big banks have deplorable interest rates. It makes no sense to have a lot of money in any of those accounts. And I understand a lot of money is relative. I don't care if you have $100, $1,000, or $1 million. Now, picture this. You and I are walking down the street. I tap on your shoulder and I say, hey, let me hold your money. And you say, dude, what are you talking about? You're not going to hold my money. I say, no, let me hold your money and I'll give you 3% of all the money that I'm holding on to. And as soon as you want it back, you can have it back. You'll say, okay, that's weird. And then you give me your money, let's say $100. I hold it, we're on a walk for a year, and I give you $103 back. Pretty cool. Now let's say I tap on your shoulder and I say, hey dude, let me hold your money. You say, why? I say, because let me hold your money and I'm gonna give you, I don't know, like 17 cents back. You're gonna say, dude, that's not worth it. It's not worth my time. Why would I do that? And then I say, you give me your money and I'm gonna take your money and I'm gonna go and loan it to other people at vastly more than I'm gonna give you back. And you'll say, dude, that's messed up. I won't do that. I wanna make interest on my own money. You see what I did there? That's what I'm talking about. That's what you're not doing. I'm gonna teach you how to do it. Beach life. All right, now let's talk about making you money. First, can you really take a guy seriously as he's talking through his steering wheel? Second, yes, you can. Now, what I want to tell you guys is you need to be putting your money into high yielding interest accounts that are insured by the FDIC. That being said, where your money currently is likely is not in a high yielding interest account. Certainly it is not in the highest yielding interest account. And Uncle Mike here knows the highest yielding interest account that is FDIC insured, and nobody is talking about it. Uncle Mike is the only one with this information, the only one sharing this information on YouTube. I'm sorry, Graham Stephan. I'm sorry, Meet Kevin. Love your channels, but you guys did not get this information correct. Uncle Mike did. Not liking this. Not liking this. I'm not liking this. I'm not liking this. Let's fix it. All right, guys, so here it is. Now I'm going to break down what banks I like to use, where some of my money may be invested, and what you should consider. These are 3 of my top 5 favorites. Let's talk about the first one, which is Capital One's 360. Some of you might remember the good old glory days when Capital One 360 was actually operated under ING, and they had high yielding money market accounts. I think I was getting 4% or greater back in the early days. ING then sold to Capital One. Capital One 360 took over, and Capital One 360 now offers a money market account that offers a 2% yield of interest on their money market savings. So this is a great account to park money. This is short-term money, money that, might be used, let's say, in the next 3, 6, maybe even 12 months or so. The good thing about Capital One 360 is there are many brick and mortar branches you can directly walk into. They can issue you a debit card that you can actually use at traditional ATMs. This is like a real bank. Like, you just walk into your real bank and you say hi to your teller and you can get your cash and whatnot. That's actually a pretty good option. The 2% is good. And the Capital One 360, this bank, this brand has been around for a long time. Now, I despise the Capital One credit card arm of the business, but when it comes to high-yielding FDIC insured places to park your money, seriously consider the 2% savings rate at Capital One 360. The next one I like is Wealthfront. Wealthfront offers a 2.57% savings rate right now with no minimums. No minimums. You can actually put whatever amount of money you want right now, and you can have it saved and earning 2.57% as of right now. This rate just recently changed when Ally Bank actually reduced their rate, which was a weird move by Ally. But anyway, I'm not a banker and I don't trust bankers, so let that be what it is. Wealthfront, actually, this is completely online though. Wealthfront, you can check links to this stuff below. You can also check links to Robinhood. Robinhood, if you want to get that free stock, that link is below too. Definitely click on that, check on that. That's actually a pretty good option. But Wealthfront offers 2.57% right now to save your money. And it's actually a really, really, really good option, long-term option, though we don't know when this rate will change. Maybe it'll go up, maybe it'll go down. Let's see what the Fed does with the interest rate, and will Wealthfront make any adjustments to this 2.57 APR? It's possible, but this is something I look at slightly longer term. And what's cool about Wealthfront, for those of you who actually have the means, you can save up to $1 million FDIC insured. Now, how does that happen? The FDIC only insures up to $250,000. Well, Wealthfront, through a lot of hocus pocus and shell game, but it seems to be legal. I've done the due diligence. I've taken a look. It seems to be legal. I'm not a financial professional. Talk to your lawyer or whatever else. Certified financial planner, blah, 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 blah. What they do is, if let's say you put $1 million in, they actually take the $1 million and then they put it into 4 separate accounts, ensure that $250,000 each. That's actually more difficult for you and I to do. Wealthfront does that all for you, which it makes it really nice for those of you who have that much money. But if you have that much money, you probably want to listen to some of my next videos that can talk about really what to be doing, because if you're sitting on $1 million or so, you probably shouldn't have it sitting in a 2.57% high yielding account. High yielding is a relative term. There's a lot better things to do with that much money, and this is where we start talking about real estate portfolios and some other investing options. Now, what is the breadwinner? What is the number one? What is this 3% high yielding interest rate account that only Uncle Mike knows? Only I know this, and you will only find this here on the Dolce Knows channel, because Dolce knows, right? I know this. Meet Kevin doesn't know this. Graham Stephan doesn't know this. Grant Cardone doesn't know this. These guys, they don't know this. For whatever reason, they don't know this, because myself, my team, we actually have, and I do have a team here, we have the ability to do much greater further research. So, drum roll. Now, where can you actually put your money and let it grow at 3% interest? You can go to Kearny Bank, Kearny Bank, K-E-R-N-Y-B-A-N-K. Kearny Bank offers 3% on their high-yielding checking account. And there's a few small caveats that you need to know about. Number one, you have to have a minimum of $50. That's pretty easy, because if you have less than $50, you shouldn't be worried about getting 3% on your money. You should be worried about getting a freaking job. Number two, you have to have at least 10 debit card transactions per month coming out of that account. That's fine. That's awesome, because I only use a debit card. I don't have a credit card. I don't agree with credit cards. Some of you do agree with credit cards, but you're wrong. I'm right, and I'll talk about that in a greater or a later video. 10 debit card transactions is very simple, because that's how I buy my $2 coffee. Pinky up. I buy a cup of coffee a day, let's say, maybe sometimes two. I'll go through those 10 debit card transactions within the first 2 weeks. Then what do? I take that card, I put it back in my wallet come the 15th of every month, and it just sits there. Now, here's something you need to know, though, about the Kearny Bank 3% high yielding checking account. They do have a cap of $25,000. For those of you with $25,000 to invest or to save, high five. That's a good chunk of change, right? That's a great chunk of change. For those of you with less than that, good for you. If you have $1,000, put it in there. You'll make $30. If you have $10,000, put it in there. You'll make $300. If you have $25,000, put it in there. You'll earn $750 additional dollars just for the money to sit there and do nothing. Remember the analogy of, hey man, can you give me your money and I'll hold on to it and I'll give you 3% back when you want it back. Why wouldn't you do that? The money's sitting there anyway. You might as well get your full 3%. Now, here's something you need to consider. It caps out at $25,000. What if you have $50,000? What if you have $40,000? What if you have $80,000? Then what do? Here's what you do. Are you married? Now this really only works if you're married, because this is the only way I would suggest it, or if you have kids. If you are married, then you can take your $25,000, you can take $25,000, put it into your spouse's account. Now you're growing $50,000 at 3% interest rate. You just made $1,500 just for your money to sit there. Do you have kids? If you have kids, then you can actually have that money put into custodian accounts with the kid's social security number. You have to sit down and talk to a banker, most likely, and then you can spread that money even further. You can go up to $100,000 or more, each at $25,000 intervals. Now, the one challenging thing to this might be is those 10 debit card transactions. But if you have a wife like my wife, then those 10 debit card transactions will likely be spent within the first 3 hours of the month. What? The last thing that you need for this account to happen and to work is you need to have an electronic transfer into or out of. That's like your payroll has to be deposited into that account, or your online Netflix subscription has to come out every single month. That's very easy to do. Just put one of your subscriptions from this Kearny Bank, from each of the accounts in this Kearny Bank, and you will get the full 3%. So what do you need to do? You need to have an incoming or outgoing electronic transfer every month, locked in, automated, boom, that's done. 10 debit card transactions, that's very easy to do. Boom, every month, and a $50 minimum, but it caps out at $25,000. This is how you can actually save your money, and your money will grow at 3%. So what do we have? We have Capital One 360, you can earn 2%. We have Wealthfront, you can earn 2.57%, and then you have Kearny Bank, where you can earn 3%. These are three of the top ways. I know of no other better way. There's a few other banks out there that are spread somewhere between like the 2.0 and 2.4. We can talk about that. There's a little kind of financial gymnastics that you have to go through. It's a little bit time invasive. Not that I don't want you to do it. I do want you to do it. Remember, I want you to diversify. If you only have $10,000, what I'm going to suggest is you have $3,000, maybe you have $1,000 in your Case Bank, which is your daily go, you use it every day. It's recognized everywhere. It's not a problem. Let's say you have $1,000 in your Chase Bank. You have $2,000 to $3,000 in your Wealthfront. You have $2,000 to $3,000 in your Capital One, and then you have another, let's say, $2,000 to $3,000 in your Kearny Bank. That way, you have a very diversified savings plan. You're getting between 2 to 3% on nearly all of your money. Your money is now growing for you, but now do the multiples. If you have $10,000, if you have $100,000, if you have $1 million, now you can really start to grow your money. We can look at CDs and CD rates and muni bonds and corporate bonds, money markets and different funds like that do offer savings concepts that are lower risk or semi-low risk. They're relatively liquid. They're semi-liquid. We can talk about some of those, which we will talk about some of those in deeper videos. Now, let me wrap this up here as we're closing down. This video went longer than I was not hoping for, but there's a lot of content to cover, and I wanted to make sure I could share this content with you, plus letting you know kind of in the early video why it's important to listen to this advice and to listen to, I don't want to use the term expert, but I want to, let's say experienced people. You need to listen to honest, intelligent, experienced people in the industry, because there's a lot of crap out there. There's a lot of con people out there. There's a lot of people out there that are really just trying to sell you something, some sort of product, whether or not it benefits you. They just want it sold because it benefits them. This doesn't benefit me at all to share this with you guys. I might get some clicks. Maybe this helps get me some views, but the monetization on videos like this is it's pennies on the dollar. Really, it doesn't do that. I'm making, literally, I'm making more money off my high yielding interest rates accounts than I am off of YouTube, for sure. You know, I got what, 35,000 or so subscribers, which high five to you guys, is pretty good. Hopefully we'll have 100,000 subscribers or so by the end of the year. If you guys bang, 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 like this video, and also leave a comment below for the algorithm. Please just give me a boom, give me a thumbs up, give me an exclamation point, give me a FU Dolce, which means fudging unbelievable content. That's what FU means. Put whatever information you want, but leave a comment if you would for the really cool people out there. That hopefully will help this video grow, as I'm learning now from my friend at YouTube. They can't do anything for me. Only you guys can help us grow this channel. But really, you want to consider these high yielding accounts, and you want to listen to someone who is experienced, someone who's honest, and hopefully someone that's trustworthy. I'm just sharing the information with you guys that I've experienced through my life, that I've found to be ultimately successful, very helpful, and I want to share this information with you. So if you do appreciate this content, once again, bang, 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 super thumbs up, comment below, subscribe to the channel, and until next time, boom.